Hello there guys and welcome back to the channel. So in today's video we're going to be taking a look at how to defeat this uncollected Dr. Doom, and he is in fact quite annoying. So before we get into fight examples, let's just take a quick look at what nodes he has. And the more important ones are power draw, basically, which means whenever you're going to inflict a debuff, damage over time debuff on Dr. Doom, you are going to gain a power gain buff, which is going to be there for him to nullify, and basically you're going to be in big trouble. And then once again, the last one, which is kind of like the most important one, Dr. Doom has a 50% to activate his aura whenever you knock him down. So knocking him down with heavy or special attacks is not something we will be looking to do, but it also creates a lot of complications for us in the fight. Why? So let's take a look at what that aura does. And that aura basically gives Dr. Doom a 30% chance to nullify up to one buff every time he makes a contact with you or you make a contact with him. Additionally, while that aura is active, all of his basically special 1 and special 2 are becoming unblockable, and both of those are in fact projectile attacks that you have to avoid. Also, since the Dr. Doom is in fact awakened, whenever he nullifies a buff on you, he will and has a chance to place a shock debuff on you, and that will do quite a bit of damage. So it is kind of a lot to take in and how to deal with it. But now we're going to get into exact fight examples, and then it's going to get a bit more simpler what you should do and how you can counter Dr. Doom's abilities. So first things first, Dr. Doom is in fact a Mystic character, and just like pretty much any other Mystic champions, Human Torch absolutely destroys him. Now first of all, don't feel discouraged, as I'm going to be using some highly ranked champions, some lower ranked champions, some 4 stars, some rank 3s, some rank 4s. So we're going to go all over basically the board, but yeah, the first example is obviously Human Torch. Now the idea here, to make it simple on yourself, is just build up some smolders, because he's a Mystic, so parry a bunch. Now you will take a chunk of damage here initially, however that will increase your damage output massively, and we're gonna see how it's gonna work out. So here we are on 12 smolders, and at this point we have done 1 combo, 2 combos, and we can see how quickly he's starting to tick away. He's not even at a bar of power yet. Now he so basically we are 9 hits in, he drops 1, gets power sting, we drop 1 more hit, the fight's over. 10 hits with Human Torch, super easy, simple, not tricky thing to do at all. And another thing, obviously, because of how this fight works, you will be gaining the shock debuffs if you hit him while the aura is active, and all the way around, Ghost is obviously still a fantastic option, because if you do happen to have the shock debuff on you, you can turn it into a Fury. Additionally, Ghost's phasing will help you get openings against this guy, and as well as basically gonna help you evade his special attacks, which are projectiles, and that's gonna make life easier for you. As we see here, we got to the first level 2 and the fight was over, super easy. Nothing kind of like really to stress about. Now here we can check out what not to do. Now his level 2 isn't too difficult to evade either, but it will take more practice. His level 1 is easier to evade. There is a good visual clue when to evade, and this is when he kind of flings his arm around when that arm is about to reach up. So here we can see that if you have that shock debuff active on you, you can't be holding block nearby him. We can see exactly why here, because whenever he's going to try and throw that heavy attack, you're going to get passive stun. So if you do happen to have a shock on you, do not hold block next to him. Additionally, if he has aura active, do not throw specials or heavies, because he can punish those, because he's basically going to go unstoppable on the last hit, and you're going to be absolutely screwed if he chooses to punish you. And next option, as always, I sometimes purposely don't mention it, but Dr. Doom is a great Quake food. Quake deals with that fight easy with no fuss, just Quake him down and there's not much issue. Anyways, next set of champions that will do absolutely fantastic against Dr. Doom is pretty much anybody that's shock immune, because you're not gonna have to worry about all the damage, whether he has aura on or not. Again, ideally, do avoid throwing any special or heavy attacks, because if he has his aura active, then he can punish you after your special attacks. If he doesn't have his aura active, as you knock him down, he's gonna gain the aura, and yeah, it's just a lot easier to deal with this guy if you kind of forget that you do have a special button, if you kind of forget that you can heavy and just fight him straight up with your regular combos, do 4 or 5 hit combos, and yeah, the fight's gonna be easy. So pretty much any champion that is shock immune will do great here. And probably Nebula, in fact, could be worth the champion test as well. I didn't think of that when I was recording the footage here. But Nebula should be great. Electro is going to be fantastic. And yeah, all the other shock immune champions, not that there are too many in the game currently, but they, in fact, will do just fine. Also, Thing has added benefit. If you do miss evade at level 1 and you have the rock stacks kind of like 15, or more, you will go unstoppable, you won't get knocked down, and you will kind of be able to deal with taking those shots a lot better. So Thing is pretty much a perfect matchup here. It won't be the quickest fight, but you don't have to worry about shock damage, so you can pretty much ignore that aura. Thing is also immune to nullify, so yeah, you can 100% ignore the aura aside from the unblockable special attacks. And yeah, it's quite easy life there, not much to stress about, as we can see here. And most of the shock immune champions will be fantastic options when it comes to dealing with this Dr. Doom. And in this matchup, Thing also has a class advantage, and we can see that, yeah, even though I made some slip-ups awaiting the level 1s, which I'm getting better at, it does take some practice. Once again, do learn that visual cue when he does his hand movement, when his hand is about to kind of go up, start the evade. Do not wait till you kind of seize the beam. It's too late then. Do not do it when he's starting his hand motion. It's going to be too early. You need to kind of get that visual clue and get the timing down, because once you do, it's fairly easy. It's kind of like Cyclops pretty much. When you try to evade Cyclops first time, if you don't know exactly when to do it, it might be tricky. Eventually, over time, it's kind of like one of the simplest special attacks to evade. Level 2 is a bit more difficult, because there is fairly intricate kind of like timing things, and there aren't as many visual clues to follow, but that's also possible to learn. I'm not perfect with it yet, but I'm pretty much getting there. Anyway, so you can see that this fight is nearly over. I think I'm going to pause it in a second when he's going to be on a few HP, and then we're going to jump on the next champion example. And the next champion we're going to be using here is going to be, I believe, Spider-Gwen. Yes, because Spider-Gwen has one specific mechanic that absolutely dominates this matchup, and that is slow debuff. If Dr. Doom is inflicted with slow or petrified debuff, so because it's petrified debuff, Captain America also can work, and what else can work? Void can work, but anyways, if there is slow or petrify on Dr. Doom, he cannot activate his aura, so that works out perfectly to make this matchup extremely easy. Also, Spider-Gwen has those assisted evades and high evade chance, which can save you if you mess up evading his level 1. That end evade is going to make sure he doesn't get as many special attacks for you to evade. And yeah, all in all, Spider-Gwen is one of the kind of better and easier ways how to counter this guy. And it's a perfect time to try and use her. Now, I did not have the slow debuff on him active at this point, so I had to kind of wait out till the aura finishes. But now that it has, Spider-Gwen is pretty much one of the few champions that can deal with Dr. Doom and launch her special attacks super easy without much inconvenience. Because even if he had that aura active, you can just wait it out basically, and it's a very kind of simple fight. Now, it does take a while, obviously, and I also didn't play Spider-Gwen perfectly here. I didn't ramp her up, I didn't throw all the necessary level 1s, and you do take quite a lot of block damage, so be mindful of that, as most of Uncollected bosses are. Yeah, they do hit hard. They do really hit hard. But yeah, anyway, Spider-Gwen, amazing matchup. Now, next champion we're going to be taking a look at is Massacre. Basically, it is just to show that any random champion can also fight Dr. Doom if you know exactly what you're doing. Avoid your special attacks. Learn how to evade that projectile, get that timing down. You can already find dual targets for Dr. Doom. There's one in my alliance in NY718. His name is TSY Sully, how do you spell that? I don't even know. But yeah, you can check it out in my alliance, and I'm sure if you ask around, somebody's going to point you in that target, dual target area, whatever. And yeah, so just learn to avoid at level 1. Level 2 is harder, but just work on level 1. Level 1 will do for most part. And we can see that we have done extremely solid amount of damage with Massacre, just fighting kind of randomly, just avoiding punching him directly when he has that aura active, because in the block we can still do that relatively safely, I think. And yeah, so here we saw that Massacre was doing a great job. Also, Aegon is another one of those champions that's kind of like, if he's ramped up, he's immune to everything. Avoid your special attacks, just do your regular hit combos, and you can also ignore the fact that the opponent has aura, just because you're going to be able to shrug off that shock debuff reliably, as we can see here. And additionally, you're going to be doing good amount of damage and making quick progress. So even a 4-star ramped up Aegon can be potentially your answer here for Dr. Doom, and he does a fantastic job. But aside from that, let me know if you have any more questions. Obviously, there will be many more champions that will do just great against this guy. I'm just kind of naming the few, just naming and outlining the first, like, most important abilities that you need to look out for. And hopefully this video helped you guys in dealing with this Uncollected final boss. But that will be me pretty much done for today. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you found it helpful. If you did, hit that like button, hit that sub button, hit all the buttons. And I'm going to catch you guys soon. See ya.